Lantana camara, are native to tropical Americas and Central Florida, Central and South, Central Florida, sorry, Central America and South America. I'm Michael. Hi everybody, I'm Michael. Today we're going to be talking about the Bloomify lantana. This is a sterile variety, perfectly suited for South Florida. So, you ready to dig in? Let's grow. These absolutely beautiful lantanas go by the botanical name Lantana camara, Bloomify rose, Bloomify mango, and then this is another Bloomify rose. We also have a Bloomify orange. It's not flowering right now, but we'll show you some pictures of how that one produces flowers. What's so interesting about these plants is that they're a sterile variety. And down here in South Florida, you got to be very careful with lantanas. Some of them are invasive. Well, these are non-invasive because they're sterile. And what I mean by sterile is that they don't produce seed. So that means that these are not going to go to seed and possibly move into a natural forest community and cause some damage. So these can be incorporated into your plant palette here in South Florida. There is a native version of lantana, and I love that version. It is Lantana depressa, variety depressa. Has these beautiful buttercup yellow flowers, a little bit darker than this one here. And it's a native, it's a mounding shrub. It grows to about two feet tall. All these will get to about three or so feet tall maximum in a pot. In the ground, it may get a little bit taller. There's also a native version of lantana in South Florida that has these really beautiful lavender flowers. It gets much taller than the others. It's Lantana involucrata, and it has a more of a shrubby feel with tinier lavender colored flowers. But those are safe to use in South Florida. So another really cool thing about these plants is that because they're sterile, they don't go to seed and they don't spend the energy going to seed, so these things reproduce flowers. These guys like to flower almost all year round. It's amazing. The rose took a little bit longer when we purchased these to develop the flowers. The mango here right away started producing flowers. It was really, really cool to see. Another characteristic of the Bloomify lantanas is that they have these sandpapery type leaves that have this woodsy scent if you crush the leaves. Some people like the smell, some people don't, but that's definitely a characteristic of the plant. They are perennial down here. They grow from zones like 8 to 11. We're down here in 10B. We had a real wicked cold front about a month or so ago, and it's very windy on our balcony here because we're up very high, and they scorched some of the edges of the leaves. But she's sending out new growth like crazy, and those leaves will just die off over time. It didn't really stop the blooming, but it definitely took away the beautiful look of the plant because these little burnt edges are very visible. But that's going to happen, but the plant rebounds very quickly. These plants, or lantanas in general, the camara, Lantana camara, are native to tropical Americas and Central Florida, Central and South, Central Florida, sorry, Central America and South America. I'm Michael. Another thing I want to mention, and that's that these attract hummingbirds, these attract bees, these attract butterflies. These are amazing plants. The native lantana, not to sell that one short, that one's amazing too at bringing on butterflies. We planted at our nephew's home. It was just amazing butterfly attractor right away. But these are also great for that. And what's really cool is because they flower so much, so profusely, you're going to be bringing in a lot of that wildlife, which is awesome. And especially because bees are endangered, it's a really good thing to also, to provide these guys with some habitat and some food source. So what we're going to do now is we're going to rotate over into care instructions. On plant care, your Bloomify lantana wants to be set in full sun or partial sun. We live vertically, as you know, and ours are on a west-facing balcony, getting about 6 hours of afternoon west sun, and they're digging it. They're just growing like crazy. But if you have it in your garden, planted in your garden, in your home, you want to plant this where it gets at least 6 to 8 hours of full sun or partial sun if you're under some coconuts, but you want to get as much sunlight as possible to encourage these robust blooms. Now, for soil type, this plant can handle a drought. It's very drought tolerant. So we prefer, and our mix is a mixture of Miracle-Gro outdoor potting mix with some cactus mix. We also added some mycorrhizal organics to help improve the soil profile, the soil web in there, so that we create this wonderful enriched environment for these roots to flourish, which will feed the growth of the plant. And what we'll do is when we rotate over into written care instructions, we'll give you more information about that. So you can, if you're looking to get one of these plants, you can use that soil mix that we create. On watering, since these plants are very drought tolerant, you only need to water. We only water these once a week. We're facing west in Miami and it's very hot, but you could probably go a little bit further. Because this is a loamy cactusy mix, it's going to drain a little bit quicker. So you want to make sure you just test it with a 2-knuckle rule, where you take your finger down up to 2 knuckles, and if you're getting moisture on your finger, you can probably hold off a little bit. But when you do water, we like you to use just regular tap water that's set out for 24 hours. But water it really well, so the water goes all the way through and out into the water saucer base. So you don't want to just water a little bit, you want to water thoroughly so it goes all the way through the soil. On fertilizer, we recommend you use a bloom booster, and we'll leave that ratio in the written care instructions in a minute when we rotate over into that part of this video. Those winter cold fronts we get, and a wicked one here in Miami, like I mentioned earlier, it burns these leaves. Don't worry, you can trim them off and just let them grow out, and new leaves will come over them. These can grow to zones 8 and lower. They're just going to be more or less treated as an annual, but I've read that some folks have been able to keep these as perennials when they just trim them down in winter, and then they tend to erupt again from the base if you don't get these really hard freezes. Pests, these don't typically have a lot of pests. Some lantanas do get whitefly though, so you have to be aware of that. And those plants, those insects can proliferate like crazy, so you have to be aware of that and use some safer insecticidal soaps if you notice you're getting some whitefly. So what we're going to do now is rotate over into written care instructions and then come back and do a quick summary at the end. So let's go into that step. We want to thank you for stopping by. We really appreciate you all coming over to our channel and looking through our videos. It's really heartwarming. We hope we're providing value to you all. So if you have any questions, just leave them in the comment box below, and I'll make sure I get back to you. And until the next video, see you later.
If you found value in this video, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. We post weekly. Thanks.